Greetings, people of the internet. This is Cardiacs, and today is the second part, I guess, of yesterday's video. I've been using this green tissue paper to cover up the other side of the sketchbook so it wouldn't be distracting, and actually under the tissue paper is yesterday's artwork. So, yeah, I'll probably have a link on the screen for you to click if you so wish to see that. Anyway, I found the hard way that having the palette on the other side of the sketchbook was a bit annoying, to say the least. So I ended up moving that over. And it was a lot better. It was a lot better with the palette on the left, as it usually is. Anyway, so this idea is kind of a 90s, possibly inspired outfit for Isla to be wearing while she dances, because she's a dancer, like hip hop dancer, not like ballroom. And yeah, I like the idea of her wearing a little bit less so that she wouldn't get overheated, because she does have several layers, at least on the top part of her body. So I gave her a cropped tank top. Is that what that's called? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, it took me a while to get the paint, the skin tone right, because the first time I tried to color her from memory, I ended up using a really deep green, and her skin is actually a really light green. So I've been trying to fix that, trying to remember that her skin isn't that dark. Anyway, I have been playing around with primary colors with these two paintings, and I kind of like the minimalism, I guess. It's very simple to paint, I guess, with primary colors, because then you can get it pretty close to what you want if you know decent color theory. And if you want to learn color theory, oh goodness, then trying to paint with just primary colors is very nice, because I find that if you want to darken a color, you don't even need gray or black. And I do have a couple of grays just so I can get the tone I want a little bit faster. But you don't really need that if you don't want to, because all the colors mixed together will get you a brown or a black or a gray. Close enough. Close enough to black. And for example, if you want to darken a color, you can use blue. If you want to lighten a color, you can use yellow. You don't even need white either. Of course, if you want tones like pink or pastels, then yeah, having a white can help, especially if you want to keep it opaque, which I have been using instead of going the usual light route, like more water than paint. Instead of doing that, I've been adding white to stuff, so probably should not do that, at least not as much. But it's also a really nice effect, and you can get different colors than you would be able to with just too much water. So yeah, I find that the paints get really dirty pretty quickly too, but that doesn't take very much effort to clean up. Although with the gouache, it's a little bit difficult because it's easy to pick up a lot more paint than you intend to. Yeah. It's also nice to have extra tones in a color. It gives it more depth, more feel, more um life, I guess. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm stuck on what to say again. I do find though that I like having this palette that has extra, or not extra, but two sets of colors, because yeah, they're pretty similar, but they are different paints. So I like both watercolor and gouache, but I find that I've gotten so used to gouache that's kind of confusing for my brain to use it as actual watercolor, though I have found that I tend to use the watercolor like I would gouache. So I don't know, I use them both pretty similarly. I will. This drawing didn't exactly turn out how I wanted it to look, but I mean, I tried. The goal for the sketchbook is to just like sketch things ahead of time, and then no matter how terrible it looks, I will fill it up with paint anyway, just so I can practice. I suggest anyone watching out there who wants to learn how to paint should do the same. Even if you hate it, even if you like it, just add some paint. If you are afraid you're going to ruin it, then I suggest taking a picture of it and then like printing it out later so you can try again if you want. I mean, I don't really do that, but well, I do take a picture, but I haven't really tried again yet. I do intend to in the future, just for fun, just for practice. Now, if you haven't noticed, I decided not to have the extra brush out, even though it would elongate the brush a bit. I didn't want to risk damaging the extra brush bristles because I do have my camera. I didn't want the brush to get damaged by bumping into it, 'cause sometimes I do bump the camera whenever I'm going for the water bowl things. So yeah, I just kind of made do with the shortness of the brush, and it worked just fine. The end of the brush kind of pressed into some of the folds in my hand, but you know, it it worked just fine. I had decent control. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this. There are links on the screen, and have a nice day. Bye!